welcome back to the Built for the Trades podcast. This is your host, Dan Dowdy, and founder of Built for the Trades, where we're all about growing businesses through leadership development. So whether you're a business owner in the trades, a manager, or just somebody looking to grow their leadership, you came to the right podcast. Today I want to talk all about team retention. And if you're running a business and you struggle with team retention, you came to the right podcast. The biggest issue with our ability to retain our team members usually comes from a blind spot. It's not from how much we pay or our culture, so on and so forth. That does play a role. But really what it comes down to is the trust that team member has in their leader. So today I'm going to give you some actionable steps to help you build trust in your team members. As we get started today, I wanted to give a shout out to our podcast sponsor, Project to Payment. If you're looking to take your trades business from pen and paper to online, creating a better experience for your customers, whether it's invoicing or estimating, check out the link in this podcast. Through Built for the Trades, you get your first 3 months free with Project to Payment. People need to be able to count on their leader to do what they say they will do. I recently was talking to a friend of mine who runs a trades business, and he said, man, I just lost one of my best technicians. And so we talked about it a little bit, and what we uncovered was he had promised that technician to sit down with him on a specific date to talk about his performance and potentially give him a raise. Well, that date came and went, and then he did it again, and that date came and went again, and they never sat down. And what happened over time was that technician lost trust in that business owner. And it wasn't the lack of wanting to do it for the business owner. It was just the lack of the ability to follow through that the business owner was struggling with. So I want you to take a moment and think about what you have promised to people, especially the people that you're leading. And did you follow through on that promise? Or did something else come up that kept you from doing that? You see, in this situation with my friend, he had a great excuse of why he couldn't meet with that person. One time his kid was sick. The other time he had to deal with a job issue that was going on that kept him from doing that. But still, those kind of things are always going to pop up. It's our ability to hold true to our word and follow through what we say we're going to do that is going to make the difference in whether or not you retain your team members or not. The impact of broken promises could be diminished trust or morale within the team. Obviously, potential loss of a great team member, which really leads to an increased turnover. So I really want you to stop and think about that as you move forward and listening to this podcast today. What we got to do here is really recognize where we are overcommitting. You know, often that overcommitment comes from a lack of time management. Most people that I work with in the trades, when I start working with them, they wake up and they do whatever is right in front of them. And they just attack the day, and they become firefighters, putting out this fire, putting out that fire, and realizing that they're not responding to the emails, they're not following up on phone calls, they're not doing what they're committing to doing with their teams. At the heart, we all have a good heart and we want to help our team members and we want to commit to doing these things. Maybe you're committing to training a team member. You're like, yes, I'm going to train you. 6 months go by and you still haven't trained that team member. That is a big deal. That team member is starting to lose trust in you. And the next time that you commit, they're going to doubt. They're going to say, last time so-and-so did that, he didn't follow through. So it's really, really important because over time, that lack of trust leads to that team member leaving your organization. So here's the challenge today. I want you to go back to your calendar and I want you to start to use your calendar effectively. Anything worth remembering should go on your calendar. And as you wake up and you start every day, instead of checking your emails, your bank account, or social media, start with your calendar. Look at your calendar and ask yourself, what do I need to make sure that I accomplish today? Take out a sheet of paper and make that checklist in order of importance and keep that with you. And then what I like to do is actually go to my phone and go to my alarms and set my alarm for 5 minutes before every scheduled appointment that I have. Because I know the importance of follow through and showing up in the ability to build trust with people. That's my challenge for you today as you listen to this podcast. I'm here to offer support. Built for the Trades is here to offer support. If you need help with your calendar, with your time management, or you want to talk more about what it looks like to build and sustain trust with your team members, please reach out to us for a complimentary 30-minute coaching call. In conclusion, trust is key. Reliable leadership builds team loyalty. Promises do matter. You got to follow through, and that shows your team members that they are valued. In that follow through, we know that time management is the way to success. So instead of waking up and just putting out fires, I encourage you to wake up with the intention to follow through with all your commitments. Anything on your calendar that you put on your calendar is something that you must follow through with. This done over time is going to help you retain your team members. Please like and subscribe to our podcast. Share this with somebody else who you think would find value from this. And remember, if you've been doing the same thing for a lot of years and you're tired of having the same results, I challenge you, focus on your time management. It's going to make a huge difference in your business because you're going to grow as a leader, and in return, your team and your business will grow because of your leadership growth. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next time.